So I'm just going to go over doing this fly stitch, the joined fly stitch here that you might want to use to add some stitches to your scroll. So to start that, we do an individual fly stitch. So just knot the end there. And come up from the back and then stitch across and then down to create a V shape. So an individual fly stitch, I would just then take the thread over and anchor down that sort of V shape there. So and you can vary the length of these as well. They can just literally go over the top or be longer and give you that sort of Y-shaped stitch, which it's often called as well. So to do it as a continuous fly stitch, I'll do the same again. And do a straight stitch to anchor it down about the length of each of the V's there. And then I'm going to just create another fly stitch again. So I'm going to go either side, but higher up than that last point, so we get the angle. Either side, and then back in to the end of the last stitch and create another V. Take the stitch down. And then come up either side of that. So you just want to try and create an angle to create that V shape type shape. Back into the center and then down. So that's your fly stitch. The other thing, just thinking about it, that it does actually look like is a fern stitch, which just is a little bit different. So for the fern stitch, you come up. The first thing you do that's different from, say, a joined fly stitch is you have sort of the central line of the sprig. So you go down a stitch, come out at the left, back into the center. So you're not actually creating these loop stitches. Then I go over to the right and back in. And then I do the same again. I go down a stitch, back up, to the left, back in, to the right, back into the center, and then do another straight stitch. So this one's just a series of straight stitches really, but doesn't look too dissimilar to that fly stitch. And then to the left, and down, and the right, and down. And you can always just finish on a straight stitch to finish off the fern stitch there. So they do look very similar, your fern and your fly stitch. So just to show you the feather stitch now, so we've got the fly, the fern, and then the feather stitch. So we've come up again, go over to the right hand side and down. So what we're actually creating is what looks like the fly stitch. But this time I'm now going over to the left and dropping down a stitch and taking the loop under. Over to the right, down a stitch, wrapping my thread under. Over to the left, coming back up and wrapping my thread this way. To the right and back down. So fairly similar looks between those stitches, your fly, fern and feather stitch, that can look nice if you wanted to over your applique patches as well, or just scattered throughout your scroll as well.